Hi, my name is Hyunseo. Most of my friends call me Yuni. I'm 20 years old. I was born in South Korea, but I lived most of my life in Berlin. And I recently just started my own brand called Unique and showcased my very first debut collection at one of the NFS fashion shows. And we also created a new entity in NFS called House of Design for like fashion creatives and to bring the fashion design aspect also into the new fashion society.
Like, do you think dancing and if you've been doing it from a young age, I suppose, or maybe...
Not really. Like, I've started to take dance seriously like 3 years ago.
Okay. Did that help in your, I don't know, let's say ambition and love for fashion?
Definitely.
So, because fashion, what came first? Because I know the whole point of this is about fashion. So
did
that start from as a young kid, you just loved fashion and it just, kind of erupted? Or was it the things around you that shaped it?
Like from a young age, I'd say I wasn't like into fashion. I always liked to like dress prettily. I love dresses and like wearing things other people don't know. Oh, it's so funny. Also like in elementary, middle and high school. Back then, I feel like Korean fashion and like European fashion was very different. Like now it's like more all like
similar,
fused together and the trends are very similar. But like back then it was very, very different. And like most of my clothes were like from Korea back then because I loved like Korean fashion when I was young. So my grandparents would send me like clothes or like whenever I would fly to Korea, I would get like a lot of clothes. And people would always ask me, oh, this is so cool. Where did you get this from? And I'd be like, Korea, guys. So I love like in Korea, it was probably like the most basic thing. But here, like in Germany, it was like so special and so different.
Bro,
and I love that.
We had the same with Japanese people.
Yeah,
like Japanese
really?
people, they would always bring the most random shit, and we were like,
oh
wow, so cool. Like, it was just like a fucking, like, comment on appelle un stylo?
Like a pen, yeah,
just
like
a pen, or like an eraser or stuff like that.
I had that
It was
as well.
always so cool, and I don't know
stationery.
why. Like, it's just, it's Japanese.
But like, when I got really into fashion,
what?
was when like the first lockdown hit.
Yeah.
Like during Corona.
So 2019, kind of 2020?
Yeah, I'd say the first lockdown. Because like I started crocheting and I was home the whole time. It was winter and stuff. I think awful. And I was looking at clothes and I loved to shop and stuff. But like all the designs I wanted were either like way too expensive or like not existent.
Yeah.
And like fast fashion back then was like worse than now. So I was like, oh, it would be so cool if I would like start making my own things. So I started actually with like crocheting like headbands and scrunchies and stuff.
Yeah.
And then I begged my mom to buy me my first sewing machine because I was like, Mom, please, I can hem your pants and I can do all the things. Like, please buy me one. And then she eventually bought me one. And I was like obsessed with like baby doll dresses back then.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
2019, guys.
2019. No judgment. No judgment.
So I really wanted to sew one. And then I just started looking up how to make like a basic pattern.
Okay.
So I really started from the basics, but with the goal to make this dress. And I bought the fabric and I made it. And it turned out pretty well. And that's how I started sewing. Like I had just things I want to design or like have in my clothing collection.
Yeah.
So then I would just like look up how to make it from the basic, from the patterns on, and get the fabric.
And how much time did it take like to get a certain like level, like start to do the stuff you want?
It has been like up and down journey, I'd say. Like sometimes I would not sew for like 3 months or something because of school.
Okay.
And then like when an event comes up, it was mostly also based on events, like I don't know, graduation or
like a particular moment.
Yeah. Or when my friends planned something fancy or something, I was like, oh, I need a dress, but I want to be special. Let me sew something and then come up with designs and sew. And it was like pretty much learning by doing. And I don't know, it just developed. Because
but that's so cool that, I don't know, like, just out of nowhere you had that inspiration and creative drive to just be like, yo, let me create my own clothes.
Yeah.
Because I like clothes, but I've never been like, oh, I'm going to create my own. I don't know, like, that's really...
Much.
But so just out of like, from a young age, you kind of just thought, well, why can't I do it? Like, why can't I make... Okay.
Yeah, but I've been always like a creative person. I've been always the artsy girl.
Yeah.
So like whenever I wouldn't have something, I was like, I can make it myself.
Yeah.
Can't be that
That's
difficult.
a really good mindset.
I like that mentality, yeah.
Thank you.
Not many... I don't know, not many people think like that, I think.
Yeah.
It's rare to find people who think, you know what, let me just do it in my own way.
Yeah,
Like,
just try it. Like,
just
I
try
can
it.
fail, but I don't
Especially
mind.
with clothes, I feel like, because I don't know, clothes is so technical. Like,
Yeah.
how do you get into that first? I don't know.
No, it's so difficult because at first you don't know where to start. It's like such a daunting journey, but I'm always like in the mindset. I also had it since I was very young. Like when I don't know, just start with something.
Okay, yeah.
I mean, I was just starting to Google things and then starting to look on YouTube. What does it take? Like, I didn't know anything about patterns and fabrics and stuff.
Yeah.
So I was just like Googling and getting to more sources, like other YouTubers, recommending a certain YouTuber for like good pattern basics or something, and then get to that one and that one. And I feel like once you start, you have to find like your own way.
Yeah. You start and then you figure it out.
Yeah.
But so much people want to figure it out before they start.
Yeah,
That's
that's
the
the
problem.
problem.
See, that's knowledge right there. That's knowledge right there. Rather, that was a good one.
Yeah,
No, but he's right. It's right. You're true.
Yeah, and I
It's true.
didn't have anyone in my like surrounding to ask. Like also my family,
Yeah,
everyone is like
fair,
not in the
yeah.
creative industry and stuff. I didn't know anyone who
And
like studied
fashion, it's
design.
not so many young people that do it. Like, for example, for music, like, there's so many people that actually do music. It's just they don't have the right ambition often. But if you want to start, it's so much more easy, you know? Like, fashion
Yeah.
is
Yeah, fashion's
Yeah, it's
culture.
difficult to find
unknown
people
world,
if
you
you're
know,
not
like-
in the environment of like all the designers and stuff and creative people.
And was it kind of like these? Was some of the inspiration to kind of start and figure it out by looking at other people how they did it? Like you said, YouTube tutorials and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Did you take inspiration from like certain designers out there, or I don't know, like?
Oh, the first designer
'Cause-
I was like super into was Cecilia Bansen.
So I don't know who that is. Can we
She-
look that up, Paul?
Yeah, like as I said,
No,
I
no.
was obsessed with baby doll dresses, and Ariana Grande wore this one baby doll dress to
Is
like.
it for like a music video or something, or?
I think it was
How's
to
it called again?
an interview like
What's her name?
Cecilia Bansen,
Bansen.
CECIL.
So she's a famous designer, like.
Yeah,
famous-
she is pretty famous. Like not as
maybe not.
famous as
Okay.
like I don't know Louis Vuitton, but
Yeah,
she's
yeah.
growing definitely. And I was she was the first designer where I looked at her designs and I was like, wow,
Okay, I see the similarities actually, like in the
right?
dresses.
I
yeah.
love their I was obsessed with those poofy dresses. Like I'm still.
Like Dima,
Yeah.
stuff
It's
like
my
that.
dream to own one dress of her one day.
Okay. Is
And
it
then,
very
wow.
expensive?
Wow,
Oh yeah,
okay.
it is.
Yeah.
The prices,
Yeah.
Yeah, we students out here, we don't have that type of money around. Yeah, no, that's okay. But that makes sense. I think I can see certain patterns.
But that's very like luxury, like high
Yeah,
class.
yeah.
How did you come like into that when because you told us you had so much like streetwear influence. Like, how
But that
does
was more after.
Equate like.
Because like I first got into sewing and then I started dancing, I think.
Oh, okay.
Ah, so like in the timeline
you
it's-
got
Yeah.
So first you had that kind of luxury aspect more
Yeah,
with the
I love
dresses
dresses
and
and
stuff.
like romantic silhouettes
Yeah,
and stuff.
okay.
And then I started dancing and I got more into
Wow,
like
okay.
The hip
street
hop,
style,
street
edgy.
style. Yeah.
And now I feel like it's a mix, and that's also what I try to like show with my collection because I feel like
Okay.
I have like several different aesthetics, and I really like to mix it. Like sometimes I wear like super baggy clothes with like a jersey and joggers, and sometimes I love to like really dress up to like all the NFS events. I sew my own dresses and stuff, and I love to be like fancy and dressy.
Yeah.
It's like combining both worlds, right? Like it's
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like in any art form, you know, like
Mm,
whether
mm,
you're a
mm.
musician or whatever, you know, like for example, for Paul who is a musician, if you're like rapping, writing, whatever, you're gonna combine different experiences, different parts of your life,
exactly. Yeah.
different things. In
Yeah.
fashion, you might design a piece of clothing that has inspiration from different worlds, like whatever it is. I think that's
I
really
love
cool to do that.
because art is always about like touching people, you know.
Mm-hmm.
I love that because it's also like you know it can be a dress, it can be like
Yeah.
music, can be so many different things. At the
Yeah.
same time, it still touches upon like a little same. I don't know what it is, but you know, strings a chord. Like
That's
strikes a
what I
chord.
wanted. I wanted to achieve with my collection that people are looking at it and they're like, "Oh my gosh, this is so cool!" Like they're
Yeah.
inspired by it and they want to wear it.
Yeah.
And I hope I achieved it.
I think you're on the route.
Yeah.
Like definitely. And
Yeah.
when I look at it, I mean, like to give context, I mean, like this is so part of the collection, you know, that you made. I mean, it's so original. Like it's so out there. It's so
Thank you
original.
so
It's
much.
amazing,
So,
yeah.
It's
Amazing.
not for people who look at it. They might think, well, I don't understand. But you have to think how much work goes into that stuff. It's insane. Like that's hours and hours, right?
Yeah. I had
My
no
God.
life.
Yeah, that's the dedication.
Seriously.
That's the dedication to it.
Yeah, but it was like such a different kind of stress. Like,
Yeah.
I was so concentrated. I was so logged in. Like,
Wow.
I've never been this concentrated and logged in for anything in my
For
life.
anything
wow,
in your life.
okay.
Yeah.
But going into like the steps, was the NFS fashion show of last year the first time you ever like designed a collection?
Yeah.
For any? So that's the first time ever it
Ever.
happened.
Wow.
Ever.
And your brand Unique came after or before that?
With the collection.
So,
wow. Okay.
So to give context, so that we understand the time
Yeah.
frame, it's like you got offered basically to do this NFS, to be a designer for the NFS show last year.
Yeah.
And with that, you thought to yourself, oh, let me just kind of like create a brand around my collection.
Yeah. Because, like...
That's genius, bro. You're doing
Yeah,
two
yeah,
things
yeah.
at the same time. Like,
yeah, that's smart. That's smart.
yeah, like, I didn't expect it to happen. It has always been a dream of mine to create
Yeah.
my own brand, like, my goal in the end. And also to do a collection. It has always been a dream of mine. But like I started sewing my own outfits to like every NFS event. So like also
Okay.
the fashion show before I sewed my own dress and stuff, and we also did like some marketing for the NFS Instagram account with that.
yeah.
And so Charlotte, the events manager, asked me for the first fashion show already, like what interest in as well. Like, are you interested in being like one of the designers or like do something for the fashion show? I was like, oh no, I'm a first year. Like I don't know if I have the time and if I have like the skills as well.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
like I declined the first one. But like at the after party of the first one, Charlotte was like, no, Yuni, you have to.
Yeah.
You have to for the next fashion show. And then I talked with like two friends of mine, and they were like, Yuni, this is like a chance. I feel like you can do it. And I was doubting
for sure.
myself because like a whole collection out of nowhere. I've
Yeah.
only like sewed single outfits for like certain events, but
It
like
is a lot.
6 pieces for a whole
is a lot,
collection.
yeah.
Yeah.
I was like, where do I start? How do I do it? And then I was like, fuck it, just do it.
Let's see where it goes.
See where it goes. Like, if I don't make it to like create 6 pieces, maybe it's gonna be 3. Like, I don't know. Just
Yeah.
do it. It's an opportunity. I was dreaming about doing a collection at the NFS fashion show before I came to the school, but I thought it would be maybe be in like the second or like the third year.
Yeah. You didn't realize it would be coming this
Yeah,
year.
No,
like
not
so
at
soon.
all.
Yeah.
Not
but
at all.
that shows definitely, I don't know who this events manager is, but some people were looking at you like, yo, she has to do it. Like, that's like people believing in you.
Yeah.
For the
Yeah.
opportunity to come that quick, like,
I hope it
that's-
inspires people also to
Yeah,
like, get
exactly.
started because you know.
mean-
First year, you got
there's
people that-
opportunities there
Just
for you
do
out there
it.
too. Yeah.
Just do it. Don't think about it. Just do it. In the end, you're like so capable of doing so much more than you actually think you can manage.
Yeah.
And I really like learned it through this
For
collection.
this collection.
Yeah. So I had like 1.5 months to start.
To start it.
Yeah, like with the design and the pattern making and everything. So at first I was just like trying out different designs. I was
Yeah.
like brainstorming every evening and stuff. And at some point I was also like, it depended on the design how I came up with it.
Yeah.
For example, for this one, I was just like into this fabric.
Okay.
So I
Okay.
just bought the fabric and I had a mannequin and I just started experimenting and draping.
But did you know who the mannequin or who the person wearing that would be? Like, is that how you also
No.
inspired to make a dress?
No, first I made like the dresses
And then
and
you get
then
the person to fit
yeah,
them.
but like in the
Okay.
process as well.
Because I thought maybe some people like they have a specific person and they make a dress for that specific person, or does that not work like that?
For example, for the suit, like I knew from the beginning that my friend Christian is gonna wear it.
Okay.
Like
So
I
that-
really
that's-
wanted him to model for me because
Okay,
he's a
okay,
model
yeah.
as well. And like when also making it, I was thinking of him.
Yeah. Okay.
So like
okay,
it
that makes
depends
sense.
on the piece, but
Oh,
for this
okay.
piece,
I
like
think I know who it is, so we'll put the photo right up there.
Yeah,
Yeah, yeah,
It was,
at the fashion
yeah,
show.
We talked about it before, like on the spot.
Yeah, we were there. We were at
Yeah.
the NFS
Yeah.
show, so we've got footage of that stuff. So we'll put it up on the screen.
Real OG, bro.
And the dress, yeah, that was for.
this one was I was just experimenting
Okay.
with the fabric, and then I don't know, it just evolved.
Yeah, no, fair enough. But that's a. I mean, that's a
But did you
beautiful
think
piece
of it
fabric.
like that before doing it?
No,
Okay. Oh. Okay.
no. I was
Oh.
just throwing the fabric on the mannequin and like starting to experiment with like different silhouettes
Oh, that's
and
really
stuff.
cool. Okay,
Yeah,
see.
like explain the creative process. Like,
Yeah,
is
yeah,
it just
yeah.
you literally going like, oh,
Yeah, I just throw it on there and I'm like, oh, this could be pretty, this could be pretty. And then I just try different things and I was like asking my roomies, do you think this is better or this is better? And they would just
That's
like
cool.
come over and look at it and be like, give their opinion. But in the
And
end,
did you do like a prototype before, or just straight away like?
For some things I did a prototype, for example, for the pants, the fit
Okay.
of the pants, like I'm literally wearing the prototype.
Wait, you want to stand up? Wait. No. I'll get this down.
That's
Just-
totally different.
Well, don't.
Sorry about that.
I don't know if
You
can
can take
see
it. You can take it off. Don't worry.
Yeah, you
Just-
can take it off.
You can just speak in the mic a little bit.
Okay.
Daddy
I don't
will
know
keep it
how
filming.
to show the pants.
Daddy will do his job. He's
You cannot see it
Got
because
it.
I'm wearing it over a skirt. I
Nah, that's
also
cool.
have-
Oh, so that's why I was like, what the fuck? why is there
Yeah.
a double pants?
No, this is like a skirt I thrifted.
No, I thought it
and
was
I
like
added
sewed
those
on it, so that's why I didn't understand. Like,
But
So-
these are.
And then,
yeah, really cool.
Thank you.
cause makes sense. No, it makes sense. Cause then the thing that you made for your friend who modeled, Christian, his name is, right?
Yeah.
Like, I don't understand why you like how the inspiration for the little bling bling. I don't even know what to call it.
The
Like
bows, I was.
The
Like-
bows, the bows.
the bows. Yeah, is it? So it's bows, right?
Yeah, they're bows. I was looking at different designers as well, and
I found that so original. It's like out of nowhere, I saw this guy walking down the NFS thing, and I was like, "Wait, hold up, what is that? What is that?"
What is
Yeah.
that?
No other piece of clothing from that fashion was so out there and original like that.
Really?
Honestly,
Oh my
I
god.
feel
I
like
don't think so.
for men.
for men, anyways.
For
But
women, there was
yeah, there was some.
competition,
Oh, okay.
Look, there was some really good ones.
Nah,
for
I
men.
gotta be honest, you know.
But for the men, like
No.
I saw that, it was like, wow.
Thank
Like,
you so much.
It was so like, what's happening here? I would have loved to know how you came about that. Like,
The inspiration for this one was coming from like also different designs and this like
Okay.
designers as well. Like Alexander McQueen had like one collection where they started like beading a lot on the suits and they were tailored so well. So I was like also like wowed by the one collection. It was like
yeah.
and also I was just scrolling through Pinterest and stuff.
Yeah, you take inspiration from little.
Yeah. Not always the big
I bet-
designers.
yeah,
Like
yeah,
I
yeah.
also have my inspiration from Pinterest, and it all came together. Like there were, I have to say, there were designers who did like similar things with like different things, ornaments,
Yeah.
or like I don't know. So there was the inspiration. I was like, but no one has done it with like silver bows.
Yeah, that's true.
And
You gotta think out the box, you know.
yeah. Actually, how I came up with the silver bows is like this chain
Yeah.
I found on the market, and this is like my favorite necklace ever. I
Yeah,
got it as a
Ah.
graduation
So
gift.
it matched, yeah.
Yeah, and then I saw these silver bows, and I bought them, and I wanted to incorporate them in my dress for the Paradox show.
Okay.
Oh,
I
so it
sold
was
for
for yourself
myself.
first, and then
Yeah,
you were
yeah,
like,
yeah.
okay.
And then I didn't use them eventually, so I had them left at home, and I was like, actually, I could make something with them.
Okay.
And then I started like sketching and experimenting and came up with doing
Some
bows.
shit.
But
How many months, days, hours did the whole of this take?
I don't want to talk about no.
Traumatic
It really
experience.
depends on the piece. But
Yeah.
for example, like alone the blazer, I sewed like 5 days fully from like 8 a.m. to like 3 a.m.
Wow.
Wow.
5 days, like full 5 days on the blazer. Like I so underestimated how much time it takes, because like also there's so many steps in between. There are like different kinds of interfacing and hand stitching in
Yeah.
between.
Yeah. And
And
you have to do it multiple times, not because
Yeah.
it's multiple layers.
Yeah,
It's like-
for example, for like a lot of things, you have to hand stitch it first, and
Oh.
then sew it on, and then like remove the hand stitching, and you have to iron things, and there are so many steps in between. I didn't calculate.
I don't know.
Wow.
time.
I don't know how you have.
I don't want to do this.
I don't know how you have the patience for that.
God damn.
Passion.
Yeah, no, it is passion.
Yeah,
It is
yeah,
passion.
it is.
And also like this
Real
dress,
dedication.
I thought I would be done in like 2 days, but it also took me like 4 days because
Okay.
it also has like
Ooh.
till in between to like
Fancy.
create the volume, and also the fitting was very important. And then the silver bows. The silver bows.
Yeah.
Like it takes sometimes like up to 5 to 10 minutes to sew one bow.
Okay. So
And-
if we're doing calculations, like
How many bows?
how many, like
Fuck.
there's so many. Yeah, how many
There's
bows do you
way
have
too
all
much.
over?
Yeah.
Like,
No, I had like friends
it's-
literally coming over to help me.
Yeah, 'cause it
sewing
was
on the
impossible
bows.
to do
It
by
was
yourself.
Each time,
impossible.
no? They're not identical each time, no?
No, they're all a little different. It depends on
Yeah.
the.
Bro, if that falls, I will laugh so hard. Bro.
Yeah, so like friends were coming over and helping me like I have some friends who know how to sew, and they were just
Okay.
coming over and helping me.
So
like,
at least
I'm
a bit
so
of help.
thankful.
I think
Yeah.
we'll put up photos of every single person wearing these different pieces so that they can see
Yeah,
visually what it
we
looks like.
should, we should.
But like, I mean, it's so impressive. Uni, like it is, like it's
Thank you.
not many people have the dedication for their passion to spend that much of time making
It's
these
so
things.
it so feels so surreal.
For one
Yeah.
event that goes by in what, an hour? Like,
Yeah.
you know, all that for just literally, and now you have it as a collection and stuff, and
Yeah,
you've got
yeah,
your
yeah.
brand, which we'll talk about. But it's amazing that it all started from just an NFS fashion show. Like,
Thank you.
I don't know, I find that very impressive.
Thank you so much. No, it's
Really
still
cool.
it's still like a dream. Like also after the fashion show, when people came up to me and talked like how much they liked my collection,
Yeah.
it just felt like a dream. Like I was like, no, this is not real, guys. Because like I didn't expect anything. Because I was the only or like the first person ever who like didn't study fashion design or came from like a fashion background to do like a whole collection at the NFS fashion show.
Yeah.
And so in the beginning, they also asked me if it's too much for you, you can only do 3 pieces or something. I was like, no, I don't want to look different than all the other
Okay,
designers.
okay.
I don't want to be
Yeah.
able, like, I don't want the people to be able to distinguish it. So I did 6 pieces, and I didn't expect anything. I didn't expect
Credit.
really anything, and the feedback was crazy.
Yeah, it must have been. I mean, like,
I think that's the best mentality, you know.
Also,
You
there's a
go,
lot.
you expect nothing, and then you come back and you have everything.
Yeah.
Perfect.
I heard there was a lot of people who attend that fashion show who are like scouts and like
Yeah,
other
also-
designers.
I don't know
Like,
how much.
how much
like,
of it is
realistically,
true or
I
how
don't
much
know
of
how
it
much.
is-
How much I don't know, but yeah, I mean even Vigo
But like,
was
yeah,
scouted, so
yeah. Or like collaborating with other like. You must have been able to meet other designers
Yeah,
and
yeah,
collaborate maybe with other
definitely.
people or stuff like that. So it definitely is an opportunity worth taking for anybody who's out there wanting to design stuff.
Yeah. I really bonded with one of the designers, and we were talking about like maybe in the future we can do like some collabs, or like when they do
Oh, that's
pop-ups,
cool.
I can be invited
Yeah.
and stuff. So that's definitely really, really cool. But I was super busy backstage today.
Mm.
It was also one of my most stressful days because we weren't finished with the bows.
Oh, so you still have.
So
Oh.
me and
Oh, le cauchemar.
yeah, my assistant for the day, Alicia, we were literally backstage sewing on the bows
my God.
till the last minute. I think it was
Wow.
like from the pants
Was
or
it
from
finished?
the suit.
Like
Yeah, it was
completely?
finished.
Okay.
But yeah, till the last minute we were stressing, and so like also the other people were
Yeah.
like. Were you like the one designer who was like sewing backstage
Yeah.
the whole time? I was like,
God
yes,
damn.
that's me. But I mean, we made it
But
in
it's
the end.
normal. But it's normal. Like that's it's part of the pressure. It's
I
like,
mean,
Thank you.
until
get
the
it
show,
done.
you're working on your stuff. That
Yeah.
is amazing. I have to say. Wow.
and because then because out of this now has come a brand
Yeah,
basically,
yeah, yeah.
right?
Yeah.
Because so I want to talk about that a little bit.
Yeah,
Is it-
same.
Is it just an idea to because you did this collection? Oh, I could create kind of a brand out of my own collections. Was that the inspiration, or
Mm.
was it just let me just make a brand so everybody could see what it looks like, like
Both. I feel
and
like,
then calling it
I-
unique also, which is
Yeah,
a cool
yeah,
name.
yeah.
Because
yeah,
your
I
name's
was
Yuni.
How did all
brainstorming
that
about
come?
a lot of names, but like my Instagram name is like unique with UE in the end.
Yeah.
So I was like, oh, should I make it like this full name or should I shorten it? And I was like trying different fonts and stuff and see how it looks. I asked
Okay, yeah.
different friends and they were like, no, unique, short, looks good.
Unique
Yeah.
is perfect. I feel like.
Also,
It
it's
fits
a
you.
it's a play on words with like unique.
Yeah,
Yes,
and
unique,
it
it's
sounds
unique.
like a designer name also, so it's perfect. You know, like it's
Yeah.
top. Respect.
Yeah, I think it was the right choice. Thank you. So I was like, I always wanted to start my own brand. This is
Yeah.
like the perfect opportunity to do it,
Yeah,
to launch
exactly.
it. And I mean, when showcasing my collection, I do need a brand name. And I was
Yeah.
like, let's open an Instagram because we also did a shoot. Where I can post the pictures and stuff, and I'm planning to do like some drops, and also we're planning to do another collection for the next fashion show.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Because when is the next one?
It's not set, but like probably the next one where I'm gonna showcase is gonna be around May, June-ish.
Okay.
And so you
Okay,
will
okay.
be a designer for that.
Yeah.
Okay.
And also House of Design.
So we'll get into that
Oh.
after because it's getting
Yeah,
complicated.
too much.
Too much stuff, but
Okay,
like
maybe.
you're just moving or you're just stepping up
it's
in the
going.
world. Like no, but like for unique, is there a vision for your brand that you kind of want out of this? Is it to build a career out of it
Yeah.
and then maybe try and build this brand up, or is it more for you to be able to do kind of freelancing work for other people? Like
Okay, maybe if you had to pitch Unique right now to an investor, or if you want to do it something else. You can also just, I don't know, do it like if you're networking in an event. Like, how would you pitch it to someone who doesn't know anything about Unique?
Oh, that's super difficult because I feel like it's still in the making. Like, it's,
Okay.
as I said, everything in my journey is learning by doing. So
Yeah.
with the collection, I was like, let's start this brand. And I'm planning a lot of things, but I still am not sure, like, which aesthetic it should have. Because
Okay.
as I said, I also have, like, I want to do something with
Okay.
streetwear as well, but I love dresses as well.
Yeah, but you
So-
can mix it all up, you know.
Yeah, so I'm
It's
planning
fine.
to mix it up. But I feel like I haven't set on one aesthetic. It was
Okay.
just like the first collection where I really wanted to show like one side of mine. But it's still in the making, I'd
Okay,
say.
so it's still through the creative process.
Yeah, and I'm just gonna
So, like,
see where it leads
designer
me.
in the making.
Designer in the making.
Okay.
Cool
I like that.
things
Put a caption in
to
there.
come up. Yeah,
Designer in the making.
yeah.
No, but fair enough. I feel like, I mean, it's so cool to start a brand like that, and hopefully the next collections do well and that people can respond to them. Also,
Yeah.
I think like if I'm like looking for a designer and stuff, and I see a young person who's created their own brand, who's done several things for fashion shows, it's very good for your CV.
Yeah,
like, building up like
exactly, like-
experience.
I hope so.
Pops out.
It's long.
Do you have like
It's
this
long
pressure
journey.
on it a little bit?
No, but I love that I can do it without feeling pressured because I'm
Okay.
still in
Yeah.
university. I
Yeah.
have like I'm doing a degree, and
Yeah.
I'm just trying out different things because like now I feel like it's a safe.
Yeah, it's the
space.
time. It's the time
It's
to
a,
do it.
It's a time to do it without feeling pressured or like being scared to have a loss or something.
Yeah,
So I'm just gonna try to do as much as I want
yeah.
to put out a lot of work and then see where it leads me. Because it would be great if like at the end of next year or something I would have like a whole business, like a really
Yeah, it'd be
stable
amazing.
business
Or-
to make some profit or something. But I don't know.
Or even maybe like.
But is it possible to
job.
scale it up, like to actually do a drop with that type of collection, for example?
I was thinking to make like pre-order drops.
Okay.
Where I make like this is more like for one piece it took me so much work
Yeah.
that it's very expensive if I would sell it
Yeah,
and
I
calculate the
imagine, like,
material
cool.
cost, the hours I've worked for it. So I was thinking about designing like more simple pieces,
Okay.
but like with unique details you cannot find like conventionally, and like
'Cause-
let them pre-order and then drop a small collection.
Because how expensive is it to make these things? If you want to talk about that or not, but
It really depends on the piece. But like
for a student, right, who makes these clothes, is it like, oh shit, I got to put a lot of money into this, or are you able to get away with kind of like being creative and then finding different material to make these pieces of clothes?
So for this collection, I invested like a few €100 to get like the fabric
Okay.
and also like the stainless steel bows and stuff. It really depends on the piece. It's also I've talked with other small designers about pricing their pieces.
Yeah.
And it's a very difficult topic
Yeah,
because
probably.
first of all, you're not like established household name.
Exactly. Yeah.
You don't have a name, and also as I said, like calculating the hours only.
Yeah.
And
Gotta
like
get
paying
fucked.
yourself, for example, you calculate it with paying yourself with minimum wage,
Yeah.
Yeah, it's gonna be super expensive. I
a
can
few
imagine.
hundreds, and like
Yeah.
that's only the labor, and then depending on the piece, the material cost that adds up, and then
So it's gonna be at
if you
least
wanna have-
$500. Something
yeah,
like that.
if
Even
you want to
more.
have a margin as
even more,
well.
Yeah. Wow.
No, the
Okay.
reason I ask is because we always do this thing where I want to kind of like show to people who are watching if they would be interested in being a designer how it is, how do you what they have to kind of
Yeah,
get
yeah,
into
yeah,
because the reality is it does cost
Yeah,
money. Like,
it's also that. Yeah, it's also
like-
sacrifice.
Yeah,
like,
because we can't just talk
passion,
about it
yeah.
like, oh, it's amazing.
Yeah,
There
it's
are, like,
always.
Yeah.
You know.
No, but like I would
you have to
price
sacrifice a little bit.
them around like at least 500 to 600 euros
Okay.
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 for
Yeah.
especially those pieces.
Because of the effort that's gone into
Yeah.
it. And but
And that's
normal, I
not
think.
even calculated everything in detail because
Yeah,
that would
yeah.
add up even to more.
But that's normal.
Okay.
I
Yeah.
feel like, especially designs like that, if you go online, look at how much expensive this stuff would type.
Yeah,
would be,
yeah. I
like-
mean, even the
Yeah.
designer you showed me before, it's pretty much that. I imagine.
Yeah, no,
Just
it's even
like
more-
maybe
hers was even
established
more.
a bit more, but like.
Yeah. So it's
Yeah.
normal. No, but yeah, I think that's good that because of your effort, you have to know your worth also. You know,
Definitely.
establish
And
your worth. Like
Yeah.
put it down.
I've talked to like some designers and they were like selling their pieces for like a way cheaper price. I was like, why are you doing this?
Yeah, fair.
Like, no, I get why they're doing this because
Yeah.
that's the only way they think they can make people buy it.
Yeah.
Okay.
But I feel like as long as you really show the effort behind it, there is gonna be audience who
Yeah, and I mean
is
you
willing to
can
buy
do
it.
like small drops also,
Yeah,
like
yeah.
and just like focus on the quality of the pieces.
yeah,
Yeah,
like
100%.
if I do a drop, it's not gonna be this expensive because there are also
Okay.
gonna be like simple pieces you can wear every day.
Okay.
Like, I mean, you can wear this every day, but
Yeah, I mean, with
I don't-
confidence.
with confidence, but I don't
Yeah.
know if I don't. Yeah. I
Yeah,
don't know if
yeah,
it's
yeah.
one of those. For me, these types of clothes are things that
It's-
you on a special occasion
Yeah,
you
yeah,
come
yeah.
out. You want to
Yeah,
be
exactly,
different.
exactly,
You want to.
yeah, yeah.
You want to like, pop
And
out.
also, I wouldn't
be-
see myself only wear the blazer, you know. Like if I wear this, I have to go with everything, you know. And then like you go
100%.
all in, you know.
Yeah, with
Yeah.
the with the
So-
pants, like the full
Yeah,
outfit.
yeah, exactly. Yeah.
100%. 100%, yeah. Because otherwise it would look weird if you had like jeans
Yeah, I
and
think-
like
I
that on.
think-
I don't know, like I feel like it would. You don't think it would be like? Because I feel like you have to have the full combo. That's what makes it a bit like it's a full piece, like you know.
Yeah, yeah.
But yeah, you can sell it individually, maybe.
yeah, like everyone is gonna look at you.
That's true.
That's for sure.
If that's what you
that's
want,
most
then definitely. Like
That-
if you want to like
Eye catching.
eye catch and be like this center of attention, yeah.
Definitely.
That's
But that's
cool.
what I love with these people who are designers or people who are very creative. It's like it's kind of this whole process of how do I stand out differently from my competitors.
Yeah,
in a
yeah,
way.
yeah. Mm.
And
Mhm.
so I think this was a really cool idea because as
you.
many cool things that we saw on that fashion show that day, I didn't see anything like this one specifically. So that's why I'm intrigued to see maybe your future pieces. Like how
Yeah,
are you gonna
yeah.
are you gonna always try? Do you always
Also,
wanna
how
try
are you
to do
gonna
something like
adapt
that?
like to the public and stuff like that?
Yeah,
'Cause
also.
I don't know if you want to do a drop. How many pieces approximately? You want to keep it like very narrow and you sew everything, or you
Yeah.
want to?
For now, because I
Okay,
feel
yeah.
like I've looked at manufacturing and stuff,
Yeah.
but the MOQs sometimes
Yeah,
are like
I imagine. it's-
100,
Yeah.
and it's also more expensive if you don't have like, I don't know, conventional hoodies or something, but like also your own design and
Yeah.
pattern. And I feel like, for example, just manufacturing like a good blazer, which is tailored well, can go very like into high prices.
And did
So-
you never think about like maybe mixing it up, like they do a part of the job and you do the rest or stuff like that?
I've been thinking about it, but I feel like I'm not at the point
Okay.
right
Okay.
now.
Okay.
So in the future, definitely. But for now, I want to keep it small and do like more hand-sewn, like handmade drops,
So
where
like
people can pre-order.
small quantities, but
Yeah,
everything on quality.
yeah,
I
yeah,
appreciate
yeah,
that,
yeah.
honestly.
That's how I want to start.
That's good. That's good. I'm
Damn.
intrigued to see what
Difficult
Unique
market.
can
Difficult
become.
market. Yeah. yeah.
Yeah, it's a difficult market.
Yeah,
but
yeah.
Unique, like if you continue with that brand and try and push it, and maybe the next collections, you never know where it can bring you.
I want to see where it goes. For
Yeah,
sure.
the-
for
Same.
sure.
Don't
Okay.
put too much pressure on yourself.
Yeah. Also.
Just like
Yeah.
go with it, believe in yourself, do your stuff, and it'll be good. Trust me.
Yeah, no, but like with every collection, I really want to achieve that people like feel something, like
Yeah,
are
like
touched
it
by it, and like
resonates.
Yeah.
yeah, resonate and like wow, or like
Yeah.
I would love to wear this, or like I would feel so special if I would wear this.
We were talking about NFS, but I was saying like for you to come to Rotterdam,
Yeah.
just because you saw
Oh
like
yeah,
this
yeah.
association,
Just for NFS, crazy.
which credit to NFS because they're a big association,
Yeah,
like, they're
yeah,
very
yeah,
very
and
big.
they did a good job.
That
also,
that
like-
surprised me because I didn't know they would have that much of a pull on like people coming
Yeah.
to a university just to be part of a fashion association.
No,
Do you know what I
definitely.
mean?
Yeah,
Like-
yeah. But like for example, also some people I interviewed, they also were like, "Oh yeah, I saw NFS, and that was like one of the main reasons why I applied." So it's becoming bigger, and people are becoming more aware,
Really? Wow.
and hopefully in the next years even more.
And may I say, we interviewed the president of NFS.
Yeah, we did.
we were like, we were the first ones, you know. Like, no, I'm joking. But yeah, they're doing really, really well. Like they're,
Yeah,
I mean,
yeah,
they're like, I mean, everyone knows them. Even
More or
like,
less, yeah. More
even
or
if
less.
you
I
go
think
to
it's the
the-
biggest association.
yeah, it's the
uni,
biggest
no?
association. No,
Yeah, I feel like.
The
or
biggest
case,
association.
is it not case?
Maybe
Club?
not the biggest in terms of members, but like in terms
We're
of
trying to
events
become
and
bigger,
stuff, like
But
I think is it not like bigger?
I think
than-
it's like the bigger ones are like STAR and like the study associations.
Yeah,
from, like,
but
the
those
different
ones are-
okay, but like,
the boring one.
but like
Yeah.
you know,
As
when I
a-
need
as a-
entertainment, I'm
as
not
a-
gonna look at the study association. You know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
When we're talking about like the creative ones, I think NFS is pretty.
Yeah,
it's
yeah,
very big.
yeah.
I hope
it's very
so.
big because
We're established.
everybody knows what that is, like on campus or stuff. And
Yeah.
the fact that you're the like head of House of Design for it
Oh yeah, the new
is-
entity.
is amazing, which we'll get into so that people
Yeah,
have
yeah.
context.
Yeah.
But I find that really like interesting that a lot of students come here just to be part of a fashion association.
Yeah,
Like-
no, I think it's great. And I also love that we're like we're putting in like the creative side as well.
Yeah.
Because like business can, like the conventional business way is like consulting, finance, accounting. And I was really looking for people who are interested into like more the creative things like fashion and stuff. And I feel like through NFS I found like my closest people, the people I click
Fair
with, the
enough.
people I vibe with.
That's
Fair
really
enough.
cool. Because I feel like that's a big part also of like, you know, growing up and evolving in your industry is also just finding the people. Because
Definitely.
otherwise, like, it's just, you're not
Yeah.
going to do stuff alone, you know? So
Like
it's-
all my best
yeah.
friends are at NFS and also
Really? Wow,
joined
okay,
this year.
okay,
That
okay.
yeah, my whole
Do-
friend group is in NFS.
Do you
this
have
year.
like that
That's really
thing of
cool.
like if somebody, it's very hard to make friends with people that aren't part of like this similar like mindset of you doing fashion and stuff like that, or no?
What do you mean?
Because like for
I
example,
didn't
like
get it.
no, what I'm saying is like what I'm saying
What
is
do you
like what I'm saying is like for example, a lot of people, right, if they I don't know, are into fashion or
Yeah.
into football or whatnot, will
Yeah.
make friends usually with people that have similar interests.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah.
So what I'm
So
saying
you
to
mean
you
getting
is,
out of that.
is it hard for you to like have
Oh, yeah,
friends
true.
or have these connections with people that aren't from similar interests of you,
Yeah.
like such as fashion? Because you just said most of your best
Like,
friends are from
are you
NFS.
already just drowned in fashion, or is it also
Yeah.
like,
Oh,
stuff?
difficult.
Because
Like,
you just said all your best friends are from NFS, which
Yeah.
clearly shows that there's like similar interests in that, which is normal. But I'm
Yeah.
just saying like,
no, it's true. Like, I think all my close people are into fashion. Like,
yeah,
but like, I also have friends I'm less close with, which are like who are more interested into other things. Like I don't know,
Yeah. Okay,
business, accounting, consulting. I have friends who are in KX Club and stuff.
yeah.
But yeah, mostly. But do I want it?
That's a separate. That's different. I mean, like I don't know. I feel like for myself, I don't know for you, Paul, but I gravitate a lot to people who are very, you know, creative in their,
yeah,
Yeah.
same.
own ways.
Same, but
So-
not necessarily just in one area.
No, not necessarily in one area, but some people
Yeah.
might.
But I feel like also
Like,
it's
you
just
know-
it's a way to bond, you know, with people, like
Yeah,
just
no,
creative stuff. So
100%.
it's not a bad thing.
No, I
I
don't
feel
think
like
so.
I also have like some uni friends who are like really into dancing as well, because that's one of my
Oh, yeah.
hobbies.
Sure.
And
Oh,
also like the
damn.
people, like my friends who are into fashion, they're not only into fashion, some of them are really into music or like
Yeah.
rapping, or like I have one friend who's really into like arts, like drawing and stuff.
Yeah.
So it's not only fashion, they're all kind of interested, but some are like more interested in the other creative fields.
Yeah.
But I love that I find my friends like inspiring, that I can learn something from
Yeah.
them. You
That's
know? That's
that's a big
the
one.
people
That's
I
a
was
big
looking
one,
for
yeah.
in the
And
first
that's a
weeks.
good criteria,
Okay,
honestly.
okay,
Like,
okay.
if you're inspired by the people around you,
Yeah.
I think you're just doing
And-
something right.
But most of those people come from here, Rotterdam. The people that you're considering like your best friends, or are they from back home in Berlin or?
Oh, I was talking about my Rotterdam friends, but I also really, really love my Berlin friends. I have some creative people there as well.
yeah.
But they're mostly in the dance scene. I feel like in Berlin, like most of my friends are like dancers.
Really?
Okay.
So you taking dancing like was it taken seriously, or like was dancing
Like
really a
I
part of-
joined a crew in Berlin before I moved here, but then I have to leave the
Damn.
crew. I take it serious.
Okay. And what type
Like-
of dance?
Commercial, hip hop, like choreography.
Really?
Like,
Oh, you
all
gotta
the
show us
things.
something after. I wanna see
Should I
this.
start dancing?
No,
it now?
I love watching like like the Red Bull. They do the dance
Oh, yeah.
1v1s.
Yeah, yeah,
I didn't
yeah.
see
That's
that.
what
I
I
didn't
Bruh,
see that.
It's so cool.
Yeah.
Like
Uh,
breakdance or
Like
what?
breakdance, kind of like hip hop.
okay.
Not just breakdance, but it's like loads of different types of that. I don't know.
I
They
know
do 1v1s.
they're different.
Yeah, just
It's-
battles.
It's like battles.
Yeah,
And they
yeah.
put on like a beat, the similar beat, and then they just freestyle.
Yeah,
Yeah, that,
Yeah.
that's
So
cool.
good.
That's cool.
And
But
you
it's-
have like all these people around going like, oh,
Yeah.
it up and shit.
It's a
That's
different
like-
connection. It's a different vibe. Like it really touches your heart, especially when
Yeah,
you're a
I
dancer.
imagine.
Like I admire so many of my friends. They're like amazing, and
Yeah.
also they're also very creative. Like a lot of my dancer friends also like study something in fashion,
Okay.
or like are really into fashion or music, or like I also a lot of dancers are modeling as well.
Yeah.
So it's all connected.
Yeah,
Yeah, I feel like music, fashion, and dancing
Dance,
is
yeah.
super connected. Like,
Yeah.
how does that connect actually, like dancing to fashion for you, maybe?
For me, it
Like-
influenced definitely like my personal style.
Okay.
Like when I started dancing, I got like my first pair of joggers. Now I love
Okay,
jogging
okay, okay.
pants. I
Okay,
have
okay,
them everywhere. I love baggy fits, but that was like the point where I got interested into like baggy fits and like street
Yeah.
style in general.
So it's like the practicality got you into it.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah,
okay,
yeah.
okay.
And also like so many dancers are so stylish. Like when you go
Yeah,
into a dance
yeah.
class and you look
It's
at the
amazing.
fits and you're like, yeah,
But
hey.
even I think it's a good way also to like express the fits, you know. Because
Definitely.
like they will move in a certain way where you know you on the street you're just gonna walk like
Yeah.
it's not like doing all that stuff and
Yeah, and also like the clothes are so important for like dance
Yeah,
classes.
yeah.
But
What we
why? I don't understand this.
It just hits different. For example, if you do like
I get it, but like I feel like it's doing too much. Like you know, the fit
is everything.
But okay, I get why a fit is important.
The way she
like
said.
I'm not saying clothes are not important. Like I get it, but when you're dancing, like isn't it better to be a good dancer than rather just have this? I don't know.
Fair,
but in order to be a good dancer, you have to feel yourself.
And you can be a good dancer and look good.
No, of course. No, but like you know, like
It's
some crews, like they have like they're all like have similar clothes.
Yeah.
That I get. But you know, sometimes a lot of them they're just all out there like I don't know, trying to look more stylish than actually dancing well. Do you get what I mean? Like,
but it's a visual art. So,
no, fair enough.
No, I get what you mean. But like for example, as a dancer, it's super important that you feel yourself and you feel the music and of course also the way you dance, but also like the way you see yourself in the mirror changes depending on the outfit you wear. For example, if I pull up to a hip-hop class with like, I don't know, leggings and a tight t-shirt, I'm not gonna feel myself. It also looks so different, like the dance lines.
Fair. But yeah, because you do, okay, so if you're doing commercial / hip-hop more in that way, then most people must be like baggy clothes kind of like...
but you know what dancers do? Because like some choreographers, they do like different styles. Sometimes it's like more like sensual, or like sometimes it's like more really old school hip hop.
Yeah.
So what we do is like we layer clothes. Like we have like a sports bra, and over that we have a tight like long sleeve, and over that we have a hoodie. Yeah. So we don't know what the choreography is gonna look like. So we wear everything, and then you see dancers changing. Like it's like in the beginning they have their hoodie, and they're like, no, it's gonna be more commercial. Okay, get all the clothes off.
Okay. So there's like a logic of how you dress, like inside. Okay, wow.
Yeah, but it really changes the way you feel and you dance.
No,
and is there some fashion like done specifically to dance? Like I don't know, some piece of clothing, you know, made to like have a certain shape, or I don't know.
I love for like hip hop, like boyish choreographies to wear like super baggy joggers.
Yeah. I see it
and
on
like
TikTok.
A hoodie.
I see it on TikTok
or
all
like,
the time.
Yeah. Or like a super XL size t-shirt.
Okay.
But like the swagger, you know?
Yeah,
I feel like.
Also, one thing that people don't get is like when dancers, do you know when they wear a hoodie and they only wear like on one arm?
Yeah.
Because
that also.
I never saw.
Yeah, have you not? But a lot of girls do this.
Yeah, but also boys.
Do they? Because I see a lot of girls like on social media.
But how do you wear a hoodie on one arm?
But and people are like, this looks so weird. But it's also, for example, when you start like taking the dance class in a hoodie and it's like a little warm, but you also want to kind of show the baggy fit, then you do like one arm and then here a little air gets through and stuff.
I'm so confused. How is it possible?
Look it up.
It looks weird if you're not used to it, but...
Okay, wait, so a hoodie...
Like, you wear a hoodie, but only on one side.
Yeah, we will put a picture up there in the edit.
I'm so confused.
No, but fair enough. But I feel like you're right. I was playing devil's advocate when I said fashion isn't important for dancing, but it is because it's a visual representation of the art form, right? So like,
how do I even look that up?
Like just like Google dancer fit hoodie.
Dancer fit, one sleeve hoodie. I don't know.
One sleeve hoodie. Yeah. Weird way of wearing a hoodie.
So what's your main occupation actually? Is it unique or is it the House of Design?
House of Design goes with unique. So the main idea why I pitched the idea of House of Design to the old board and let it happen is because my original plan for my whole vision was to like apply for the marketing manager position as a board.
Okay. So in NFS? In
NFS, like when I applied to the school, I had like a whole vision of like...
Okay, so you had a whole plan of like...
what I want to do and stuff.
Makes sense.
But it changed with the collection and with having the opportunity to like open and showcase my brand.
Yeah.
So I was like, if I become like the marketing manager, I'm never gonna have the time to like work on my own brand because it's so time consuming. So I was like also thinking about like opening a whole association, like a creative fashion design association where everyone can work on their own thing.
Yeah.
But then I talked like with the others and we came up with like opening this entity in NFS. So every House of Design member is going to work on their own stuff. So they're going to work on their own brand and their own collection, but we're more a creative community. So what is the purpose of it then for NFS? Is it just to kind of it comes
to generate like these?
Yeah. So like the individuals, we wanted to create like a creative community where we can like inspire each other, and we have difficulties in like, oh, how could I sew this and stuff. You can talk with other creators.
Yeah.
and give each other feedback and like have sewing meetings and stuff. I really wanted to have that. To have this creative environment. But what we're gonna do for NFS, we're gonna organize sewing workshops. So we wanna like bring the fashion design aspect more to the other people who are interested in fashion and connect like fashion business and fashion design.
Yeah.
So we're gonna organize sewing workshops coming up soon.
Okay.
So we're planning on doing
tuned.
upcycling workshops as well, like sewing 101 workshops where you can really like learn the basics of how to use a sewing machine, how to do certain stitches.
Oh, that's cool.
Which needles, because I've also talked with so many people who were like, I would love to sew my own clothes or like love to learn how to sew, but I don't know where to start.
So was that really the main idea of it?
Yeah.
And then maybe that's why NFS were like, oh, that's a good idea. Cause
Yeah.
Because I think a lot of people are into
Bro,
design.
I'd love to honestly like to learn.
You should
how
have
to sew.
applied,
Like, yeah,
bro.
bro, maybe can I
You missed
join
your
like
chance.
the workshops?
Of
like,
course, the workshops are open for everyone.
Okay.
So it's not
Like,
just
okay.
NFS members.
No,
Okay.
we're doing it for
Paul
everyone.
will be there.
Everyone
He'll be
who's
Yeah, I'm down.
interested.
I'm down as fuck.
You'll
No,
be
honestly.
present. But so are you conducting it? So you're like in charge of these workshops and
Yeah.
you're because head of okay.
Yeah, like I'm organizing the weekly meetings, and we're like I come up with me and my members are coming up with the workshop ideas. We organize the whole thing, and we're also gonna work on our own brand and collection.
Okay.
And we can also film things from the behind the scenes and kind of show the people to have like an inside perspective.
Yeah.
Because I feel like when you're new to this, you're like, how does this come to life? Like you only see the collection, you only see the
Yeah.
results, but you're so curious about what's going on, like how is the whole process looking like. And I feel like with
fair
House of
enough.
Design, we can provide the other people with like content and insights into this industry as well. So that's like the overall plan.
That's a good idea. And did they, when you pitched it, were they straight away sold on it, NFS?
Yeah. I
Fair
think so.
enough.
Okay,
I hope
okay,
so,
okay.
Tristan.
Because it was to the old board, or because it was to the,
I first talked like to the old board
And
to
then-
pitch the idea.
and then it came into fruition this year. So it
Yeah.
started this year. Okay.
Yeah.
So that's Tristan. So shout out to my man. Yeah, but he would support. I feel like a lot that it makes sense because you should be like NFS can now kind of create all these design hopefully out of it.
I think it's
there's a lot of
really
people
it's
gonna
really
be
good
designers.
also because for all these people that wanna be designer, like it also gives them an idea of what it is. Is it actually about like, well, I just lost myself.
No, what it's about, and then how to do it.
Yeah, exactly. Like, what is it actually to do it? You know?
Yeah,
Because
yeah.
for music, it's the same. Like, a lot of people like to listen to music, but they don't actually like to do the music. And then they're all like, "Oh, can I do something? You know, can I try a song or something like that?" But I think a lot of these people actually they think, "Okay, my dream is doing music." But their dream is just enjoying music, actually, you know.
Yeah,
and I
but-
think it's probably the same also with like sewing, where you only see like the piece of clothing, and I don't know, you can love fashion for what it is, but then now I gotta do like all the little fillings and all the little details, and do I really like it? You know, like I think that's also cool.
Yeah, and I also really wanted to show people that you don't have to study fashion design necessarily to become a designer. That there are like so many other ways you can achieve it.
Yeah.
But I feel like I haven't seen like many cases of people like me who like want to pursue a career in fashion design but study something else. Like I'm studying business.
Yeah, but
It's
but you're using it as a way to combine then with the fashion.
Definitely, and that
Which is
there are
smart.
ways of doing this, because I also talked like with one small designer from like another NFS fashion show, and she graduated from studying fashion design, but now she's starting a business degree
Okay.
afterwards because she wants to grow her business, and she was like, I don't have like the knowledge about the business side.
And are you gonna do the other way around?
Let's see. For now,
Okay.
I don't feel like it's necessary. Like I
No,
feel
but
like
I
I'm
feel
going
like-
the right way for myself.
I think it was smart to do that. Like because now you can know about the business. And
Yeah,
have your
I think that's the
fashion.
most important.
Definitely,
Yeah, like to have it on the side also, because it's so important to not only see like what is cool to do, but also like how can I sell it to people? Because otherwise it's just like
in the
projects
end
won't
it's a
sustain.
business.
Yeah, exactly.
No, it is, and also how you market yourself. You know?
Yeah,
'Cause,
definitely.
I mean, like out of doing all of this, you know, if you can then build this portfolio up and like we all said, like be recruited or do something out of
Yeah.
it, make a business, you need to have that knowledge about.
Yeah, there are
business
so
in
many
general.
more opportunities, and like not conventional ways to get to a certain point.
But that's what I hate,
Yeah,
though.
yeah.
They always make it seem like you gotta do
Yeah.
this. ASAP.
Yeah,
You
for
can
real.
do it through
That's very
different.
true. Yeah.
But it's like a.
Like everybody got his way. Like
Yeah.
actually, when you look at it.
If you look at the people who are usually highly successful, it would never was through a specific route.
Yeah, and
It's
often when you ask
like
them,
a
it's very different ways. Like
It's
they-
a whole journey, and
Yeah.
every journey is like so special.
Yeah, yeah.
So
And so,
unique.
some people like they will do like fucking weird ass stuff, and you don't even understand how they got there. And in the end, like that was perfect. You know, like
No, it's
Yeah.
true. It's true. It's
It's,
true.
But most of the people only see like the result
Yeah,
of
yeah,
like the great
exactly.
collections and the great
Yeah.
designers. But I feel like there are little resources of like people who didn't go like the conventional way.
I agree. And even I think like we only value when you're winning.
Yeah.
And actually, like failing sometimes is also super important. Like that's also sometimes what gives you, you know,
Yeah. I
what
agree.
makes a project so good in the end.
Yeah.
Because if you don't fail, you don't learn, right?
Yeah,
So-
exactly. Yeah, I think all the journey is important. Like,
No, it's true. It's
Exactly.
true. But when it comes back to the House of Design, does what do these members do? So you talking about selecting loads of different people. You having interviews with people.
Yeah, I
What
had
are-
like
What are they
interviews.
joining
Yeah.
to do specifically? Because for
So
maybe people who are interested
we're
in joining.
organizing the workshops together, and they're also going to be the people who teach the workshops.
So
Like
you're
the
not teaching. You're
no,
not
no,
teaching the
all of
workshops?
us.
Okay.
Because
Okay.
we're like
Okay.
5 people in total.
Okay.
So if we have like a workshop for like 15 people, it's good to have like several people who can
Yeah.
like go around and teach and help out.
Okay.
So we're gonna do also our own marketing.
okay,
So the content creation and the whole preparation, getting the
So
materials and
Is
stuff.
it kind of like a branch separated to NFS,
Yeah.
or is
No,
it
it is.
under
It is
NFS?
part of NFS. We're an own entity, like a whole committee,
Yeah.
but we're still under the name of NFS. It's like it's
Okay.
part of NFS.
It's part of it.
but
Yeah.
so
But,
you
like,
don't
the
share the
reason-
marketing with NFS?
We do share it, like we're gonna do it on the NFS Instagram and stuff. But the reason
Okay.
why we do our own marketing is because NFS already has like certain events they do, for example, the fashion shows and stuff. And the marketing team, like I've been there last year, it's already super busy with those.
Yeah.
Yeah, fair.
So it will be like extra work because it's like so new.
Hmm.
And I mean, like I feel
Yeah.
like I have the marketing knowledge from like last year. I could also use, and also the new members
Yeah, and have
I
your
picked.
own team.
Yeah, they
Yeah.
also have some skills that I looked at, so we can do it ourselves. Like, of course, we're gonna collaborate. It's like not completely separated,
mean-
but because it's like such a new thing,
Yeah, it makes sense.
it makes sense.
No, it does. It does make sense. Also, you're gonna get the public that follows NFS to kind of understand what House of Design is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because a lot of people might be like, "Ooh, what's this?" and they don't really
Yeah,
understand.
and do you
it.
have any news actually to announce, maybe related to like the people that got selected and shit?
Oh, I have, like, I didn't know, but like there are so many people. Like most of the people I picked are like IBA second years. I was like,
Oh,
there
okay.
are so many talented people
Really?
in
So
my
in your-
study.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah, but like it's also super interesting because we not only have sewing. Like I didn't consider it, but like we also have 2 girls who crochet.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
And I didn't take that into consideration when making House of Design, but they contacted me and like in the interview, and I asked them to send their portfolio and stuff. It was really, really convincing. Like they're super talented. Like one
Okay.
girl already has like her small brand, and I saw like I also asked him to like create a whole vision for a collection for the interview and stuff, because we
Wow.
had like 2 selection processes. First you have to send in your motivation video,
Okay.
CV and portfolio, and then the second I gave them a task and had like a whole interview.
Wow. So it was a whole thing. How many people applied for this?
In total 11, so it wasn't like
Okay.
not that much as like the others, but I feel like it's also because it's quite specific.
Super specific. Yeah.
Mhm.
Like
Super,
not many
yeah, yeah.
people have like basic sewing knowledge, and I
And
asked also for marketing
You
skills.
chose 5 people out of the
4
11?
in total. Like I
4?
was thinking about choosing 2 to 3, but I couldn't decide, and I was like, there are so many talented
Yeah.
people.
Was it hard to?
And do they all have their own brands, or is it?
One girl has their own brand, but the others are gonna work on their own brand. Like
Okay,
with
okay,
this,
okay.
I'm gonna give them kind of a guideline and help them
Yeah.
as well. So we're gonna be in a community where everyone
No,
works on their own
but
thing.
because it must be hard to like make decisions
Yeah.
when it comes to like you have 11 talented people. How
Yeah.
do you choose?
How do you feel about that too? Because you're kind of like you're not responsible for them, but
Yeah.
like they're still dependent on you in a way. Like how do you manage that pressure? Like is it?
For now, I'm quite enjoying it. I don't know.
Okay,
Like
okay,
I
okay.
also really enjoyed interviewing the people because I felt like so inspired.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I've been always like a extroverted person who loves to be in a group and bring people together as well.
Yeah.
So we also had like our first meeting on Sunday, and it was so inspiring because we started like brainstorming about the workshops.
Yeah.
And like I came up with some ideas, and they came up with some ideas, and then the ideas emerged, and like I had like so much creative input, so it evolved to like another thing and another thing and another thing, and we were like all eyes were sparkling, and we're like, oh, this is so cool, and this is like exactly what I wanted, to have this creative community and like to get
That's cool.
inspired
That's
from
cool.
each
Yeah,
other.
yeah, exactly.
But
So-
I think, yeah, you could definitely.
That's
have that.
important,
It's
yeah.
important, and also like, in any case, you select the people that you think are suited to do this,
Yeah.
and then
Yeah.
out of it, even if those people who did make it, they could always come back, try again, stuff like
Definitely.
that.
And
Definitely.
how did you select actually?
So, yeah, the
I
criteria.
had
for that.
I
What
had
was
like
the-
different criterias. For
Okay.
example, like motivation, and
Yeah.
then marketing skills as well, and
Yeah.
then sewing or like crocheting skills in this case and stuff. And I also looked at like the group constellation and stuff. Yeah, and then I went through like all the motivation videos and CVs and gave like scores.
Yeah.
And like after the interview and the vision for the fashion collection, I redid it again, and then I came up with like
Fair
the
enough.
people.
Fair enough.
And
So
what's the
any-
most important like factor if you had to pick one?
One. Oh,
Yeah, like criteria.
I'm deciding between two.
Okay.
I feel like creativity
Creativity.
and the vision.
Yeah,
Like
okay.
you just see that.
Especially
Okay,
when
okay.
it comes to design, I feel like you gotta be. If you're not creative,
Yeah, I mean, yeah. If you're not creative, what are
What
you doing?
there?
here?
Yeah,
No, it has to be
Yeah,
like
for
it has
real.
to be the creative.
That's
and
very
then-
fair.
That's why I asked him to prepare like a vision for a collection. So they came up with like the story behind it, a whole mood board, fabric which
Yeah.
they would choose, and some also with sketches and stuff. So that was really, really inspiring as well.
And so, are there
For
any
sure.
other big plans for the House of Design that are coming up with that you can share, or is it just now just working on maybe like doing these workshops and the fashion shows?
For now on the workshops and the fashion shows, we are planning other things, but
You can't
nothing
say.
is
It's a lot.
decided yet.
Yeah, it's a lot already.
Like I just
Yeah,
chose
fair.
my committee members and had my first meeting.
It's still
so
early. It's still early. I'm just.
You can stay updated via the NFS Instagram.
Yeah, so
Okay.
everyone
Okay.
has to go follow NFS to see what House of Design is becoming.
It's all coming together slowly.
Yeah.
I think NFS this year is gonna be like crazy.
I think so.
And
yeah.
for people out there, how do you believe in yourself when you take on like such a big project? Like how do you trust yourself?
It's difficult to say. I'm just like, just do it.
Okay.
Even if you're scared, even if you like doubt,
Yeah.
just do it, and then it follows.
Okay.
Did you also say that maybe it comes from having great friends around you that?
Definitely. Like, when I was asked to do the fashion show, I first talked with like 3 of my closest friends, and they were like, Yuni, I know you can do this. Like, even if it doesn't turn out the way you want it, it's like an experience.
Yeah.
So I really have a super, super supportive like environment.
Yeah.
I think that also contributed a lot. Also to my like character. I wasn't always like this positive or like optimistic or like extroverted.
But it's
Okay.
because friends believed in you or like they pushed you on.
Yeah,
That's
I've
good.
always been in a like very supportive environment, especially also in school. Like when I started sewing,
Yeah.
also my friends were like so supportive, and they were like, "Oh my gosh, it would be so cool. You should study fashion design or like create your own brand one day." And I was like, "Me?
Yeah.
I just sew one dress, guys. Like
That's
me,
cool.
never."
Yeah.
But like because so many people has been always telling me that, I feel like it also changed my mindset. And
No,
now
that's fair.
after I did things, I started believing in myself also more.
Yeah.
And I mean, like, after having done this whole journey of creating a collection, I'm like, oh, I could do this.
Yeah.
Why was I doubting myself? Just say yes
But
to things.
Isn't it normal though to doubt yourself a little bit?
Yeah, it is.
When it comes
I
to these
think-
things, I think
also.
it's like
I think it depends. I'd see it as a tool also, because like some people handle it bad, and for some people it will be good, and it's you just
Yeah.
have to find your own way, kind of with it,
No,
so.
but I mean, it's like what I would tell to people is that it's normal. It's okay for you to be
It's-
scared.
Yeah.
Like, but
Yeah.
but it's like you said, it's about doing it. Like it's about
Yeah.
just taking that like
Mm.
leap of faith, right? Because otherwise,
Yeah.
nothing ever gets done.
I agree.
Like you're not gonna move. Like you have to do stuff to get somewhere, right? So
Yeah. Like, I also really like this one book called Steal Like an Artist.
Yeah.
I don't know if you know it by any
Yeah, yeah,
chance. But they also just say, like, don't, like, expect to have, like, a whole vision of something. Just start doing the first steps, and then it will evolve. And I really like the book.
Yeah, I like that message.
Yeah.
But I love the saying also, like steal like an artist.
Yeah, 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 yeah.
I think that's a
point.
mistake that a lot of people do.
Yeah.
They like you just said before. You said they vision it before without actually
Yeah,
taking
yeah,
the steps.
yeah.
I mean, we've all done this
You
probably
want to
before,
figure
but
it out
like
before.
Yeah, and
you have to like do it step by step rather
Yeah,
than
exactly.
just like, oh, I want it to be like this in 5 years, but you've not gotten step one. Like,
Exactly,
you know, so
exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
and you want to have everything like perfectly figured out before doing the first
Yeah.
steps because you're scared.
Exactly,
But
yeah. But
that
it's never
way-
gonna be perfect because
Yeah.
of that. So
And
it's-
do you have advice maybe for people who are into maybe specifically for designing, but like how to get started and how to go about it? You know.
I'd say, of course, you can visit our workshops to get like the basics.
Yeah.
But I mean, you can do the same way as I did. Like you can take courses, for example, as well. There are many sewing courses. But
Yeah.
if you want to go the same way as I did, just like have a piece you want to sew, get a sewing machine, and just look things up and try to do it.
And be like interested, be determined. And,
Yeah. And just
It's good advice.
learning by doing,
Good
as I
advice.
said.
It's good advice. And also maybe networking with other people, creatives and stuff that can help.
Yeah.
But I feel like there's a lot of people out there who are young and, on our campus or whatever who it's good to show someone who has done it and is able to do it because you're like kind of like a voice for others, right? So you'll be able to
Yeah,
like,
exactly.
inspire
Yeah.
others.
I hope so.
Because I think
It would be
you don't
great.
realize how many people watch stuff like this and think, oh, I would love to do this.
Yeah, it
It's
was me
very-
when I was younger.
Yeah.
So.
But just how, like, you know, I used to watch people do podcasts and be like, oh, why can't I not do this? You know, so it's like the same thing, right? So they just got to believe it out there and do that.
I think
Yeah.
there's one step more also with what you do is that it's luxury, you know, in a way. It's I don't know if it is or what you
I
say.
hope.
Yeah, so you still, and I think that's one step even further because it's like luxury for me is it's not accessible, you know, in a way. Like it seems so far away. So I think for people also it's just shines a bit more. Like you made something that is not accessible. So I think that's cool.
Yeah, it's what sells well.
Yeah. But I want to ask for that. When can we say fashion is luxury? Like I want to have your perspective on that as you're a designer.
When fashion
coming.
is luxury.
Yeah. From what point can we say, okay, now it's luxury and it's not streetwear anymore? It's not,
Is it
when
just the
comes
price?
Is it just self-determined? Is it the price? Is it the runaways where you go? Or
For me
quality?
personally, I feel like when the point where like it also depends on how you like define it, what
Okay.
you think is luxury.
Okay.
For me, luxury is like, okay, at some point also the money, but the money depends on how much work that was put into making
Okay.
the piece.
Yeah.
So like the
And
worth.
I feel like the worth,
Yeah.
the labor that got into it, the creativity, and also like how special it is.
So it's about quality
well.
in a way. Like
Quality as well. It has to be backed up. I feel like it's especially also the vision and the detail.
Yeah.
And the quality has to back up the thing to
Okay,
like in
okay.
total make
Okay, I
it
see
look
what you mean.
luxurious.
Yeah.
Okay.
But sometimes don't you feel like there's always like these like things that are considered luxury, and I wonder how the fuck is
Yeah,
this
bro.
luxury? Like,
I mean, yeah, all the time.
like even like the
But
big.
it's-
What do you guys consider LV, right?
Yeah.
Luxury.
Yeah.
Is
I have
luxury.
it as well
Sometimes
nowadays.
LV do some stuff, and I'm like, how is this considered luxury?
Yeah,
It's not
yeah,
luxury.
yeah,
I
yeah.
feel like
to-
that's because luxury is going into streetwear now, also like a bit. Like,
Yeah,
Yeah,
no,
I
I've
feel- I
heard
don't
that
know,
about
like-
Chanel as well. Like people are like lately Chanel like the things look maybe also because fast fashion copies the things, but like people
Yeah,
were like,
I
oh, this
think
looks
that's
like
why.
fast fashion. Why is this luxury?
Oh.
Yeah.
So you think because fast fashion copies it, then it
I think it
becomes-
has an influence, but
Oh,
like
wow.
people have been talking about some big household names that
Yeah.
like they don't see it as that luxurious anymore for
Yeah.
some collections that were upcoming.
No, fair enough. Fair enough. Hey, I've got the quick fire questions.
Quick
bro.
fire.
Oh.
All right.
So
Okay.
that what we're gonna do right now, because we always do this, right? We do these little quick fire questions. So Paul has them written down. What we'll do is he'll ask you little questions. If you can respond quickly, like think of like one
Yeah,
word or
just
one
like
sentence. Don't over-explain it.
sentence.
Don't. But he's got loads of questions. How many you got? Like 10,
Yeah,
10?
A bit more.
70.
Yeah, he got 70 questions.
Yeah, way too
So I just have to quickly respond with like one
Could
word.
Yeah,
quickly
yeah.
respond to a couple of them, like just one response.
Okay.
If you got like a word for it, that's perfect. If you want to like give a little sentence, then
Okay.
go ahead.
Just like on top of your head. So.
Okay.
Because
I hope I don't put you on the spot, but
if you don't want to, if you don't want, you go say no comment. Like, that makes it interesting.
No comment.
It's good. No comment.
Okay. All right. So, what's your all-time favorite object or piece in terms of? I'll do it again. I'll do that again. Okay. Sorry, guys. All right. What's your all-time favorite item in terms of designer piece? Like
Designer piece, Cecilia Bunsen dress.
Okay.
If that makes sense.
Which we talked about before. Right?
Yeah. Like the one that went viral.
How would you describe the style of your clothes?
A mix of street fashion and dressy.
Okay.
If that makes sense.
Yeah.
Okay.
I agree.
What's the one aspect that makes Unique shine?
Unique shine.
Ooh.
The way it makes you feel.
Okay, I like that. Okay. What inspires you? Is it a brand, a design, or a designer?
A lot of designers. Like, I love looking at Vogue, Runway, and different designers.
Okay. So designer first, personality.
Yeah.
Okay. What's your favorite fashion show?
My favorite fashion show, oh fuck, I don't know the name, but it was for a long time the Alexander McQueen Spring Summer 2023, I think.
Damn, that's technical. Put it up there.
I think it was that one. Or was it a cruise one?
Yeah, no, it.
We'll put a photo if you find
Yeah.
it. Don't worry, we'll put photos to give people explanation.
Oh yeah, this one is a good one. What's the one fashion trend you think should be cancelled immediately?
Immediately.
Cancel
If
that.
you could, you know.
Delete it.
If you could
No,
delete it from Earth.
Throw it in the bin.
Never happened.
Skinny jeans are coming back. Or like capri jeans and stuff. Like,
Not fair. When I was growing up, I used to be a skinny jean kid, bro. I
for
look
real?
back
Same.
at cringe, bro.
me in fifth
It's
grade.
bad.
Me in fifth grade.
Yeah, it's bad. It's bad.
No,
Yeah, it's
terrible. Okay.
But it is slowly coming back.
Yeah,
and
but
that's scaring me.
I don't
It
know why,
is.
huh?
People are like, yeah, but
No,
like,
the Dutch do it.
Yeah, but the Dutch.
The Dutch do it.
no, it is.
I'm not gonna say anything because of the audience, but.
Yeah. But yeah, no, I know what you're saying. But like, no, but they always wear skinny jeans. The Dutch.
I'm not a big fan of
I'm
those.
not me neither.
Okay, next one. If you could only wear one color for the rest of your life, which one would it be?
Black.
Fair enough. No,
Okay.
straight.
I was
Keep going,
kind of
keep
expecting this one. Yeah. What's the weirdest inspiration you've ever had for a design?
The weirdest.
Yeah, the weirdest.
The weirdest.
Yeah.
The weirdest.
Do you have like a weird inspiration or something that just popped? I don't know. That gave you inspiration.
Yeah.
You would have thought,
just
wow,
something like
out of nowhere.
we wouldn't not think about it.
Bro. I don't
no
know. It's
comment if you don't
not
want
weird,
it.
but like, just like, it's not weird. It's cool, but like just silver fluid metal. I've been always like amazed by it, but like that's not weird.
Okay.
Silver
What's
fluid
weird?
metal.
It is a bit. It is. A
Yeah,
bit.
like
No, but
for
weird-
this one.
Weird is not negative, huh? It's not
Oh,
connotated
okay.
negatively.
Yeah.
Like you could something
No,
could be
yeah,
weird
yeah.
and it'd be
Like
fine.
weird is just like
Out-
it's not
it's like-
common.
it's
you
not
know,
common,
like it's-
yeah.
I was
It's
just looking
unusual.
at videos where there's
Right.
just like fluid metal.
Oh, and
Is
that's
that what's
all around,
inspired this?
And that's what
That's for
inspired
that
this piece. Like I wanted to create the same effect. if that
Okay.
makes sense.
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
See, that's a good. That's it.
Yeah.
See, I consider that
That's-
weird
that's a
in a
one,
good
yeah.
way.
Yeah,
Yeah,
exactly,
I thought
exactly.
you wanted
It's
to hear
original.
something like giraffe or something. I
No,
don't
no,
know.
I mean no.
Unless a giraffe inspired a dress
Okay.
or something. But
So if Uni could collaborate with any brand, what would it be?
Cecilia Bunsen.
Okay.
damn,
Okay, wow.
that.
so quick on that
That's
response.
Yeah.
Yeah, because that's
It's only-
the first designer where I was like, wowed.
Yeah. So if you could,
Yeah,
that would
if
just
I
be a dream
could.
come true.
That would be so awesome.
Yeah.
Okay.
Fair
What's the most overrated piece of clothing you ever saw?
Overrated. Oh, you're challenging
these
me,
faces.
guys.
Or overrated brand.
Overrated brand.
Yeah, or, I don't know.
Currently,
like Air
I'd
Force One,
say
I don't know.
Gucci.
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 Like,
Yeah.
I don't know.
I don't like
I'm
Gucci.
not
You have a
touched by
specific-
them. I didn't. Yeah.
Okay. Comfort or style?
Comfort or style? Style.
Okay. And why?
Yeah.
Why?
Okay, it depends. When I dance, it's also comfort, but like I love the way it makes me feel. Like when
Okay.
I wear certain things. For example,
Yeah.
I don't know, when I wear heels. Not the most comfortable thing always, but it makes me feel a certain way, and I feel like another person, like another version
yeah,
of
yeah.
myself. For
Yeah.
example, when I wear like street style and like baggy clothes, I feel like a dancer. And, like when I wear a dress with heels, I feel like so elegant. Or
Yeah.
like, when
Okay,
I wear
okay.
a more classic fit, I feel like so sophisticated. I love
Yeah, I
the way
feel
it
that.
makes me
I
feel.
feel that. Yeah.
Okay.
That's
fair.
really cool. Also, like how fashion like just gives
Empower-
you an energy. Yeah.
Yeah.
It empowers you a little
Yeah,
bit.
yeah, exactly. In 3 words, What makes Unique different?
Unique, different.
Ooh, gotta think of good words here.
Oh,
God damn.
my personality.
Yeah,
I think it has a big
one.
influence.
That's one.
Different culture like influences, because I'm multicultural.
Yeah,
Okay.
so
I'd say.
multicultural.
And feeling.
Okay.
Like
You don't have to explain it.
okay.
Yeah.
It's just like we just leave them like
Just feel it, guys.
just feel it, people.
Okay.
Go to Unique and feel it.
Um,
That's what I'm saying.
Oh, this one is cool. Okay. Which is the one item on this rack that represents you the most? Like the best?
I'd say either one of these, like either the suit or like the dress. But
Okay.
I'd say represent
Yeah.
the dress. Maybe I can
Okay.
show it,
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, sure,
Wait.
for sure.
because you cannot see it. Because like dresses were the one thing that got me into sewing. Like it was the first thing I wanted to sew, and ever since I loved sewing dresses. But, like,
God damn. Nah, it's really cool. And this, I don't know if I saw it on the, what was it on the
did you
NFS
see? What did you
show,
see?
this one too?
yeah,
Okay.
it was also like the.
We'll put a picture up there. Alright.
No, really cool. Really, really cool.
So that one represents you the most, you think?
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, with dresses, with the fashion show, with everything, I think it's a
That makes
pretty
sense.
honest choice. Yeah, makes sense.
no.
Oh,
Inspiration.
and the last question. Name one fashion rule that is meant to be broken.
Meant to be broken.
Meant to be broken, yeah.
Meant to be broken. I feel like wearing like mixing two styles. I don't know.
Oh, okay.
Like for example, I've been into loafers a lot, and like I wear like jogging pants and like a jersey, and then just like very classic shoes. If that makes sense. Or was that the question?
Oh, like, when you mean loafers, what's loafers? Does anyone understand what they are?
Loafers.
Ah, okay.
That with like a tracksuit and all
Yeah,
that.
yeah.
Yeah, I can see
Oh,
that.
wow.
But that's like
I
mixing
love that.
styles.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
you create your own style.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, that's
I've
a
seen
good answer.
I've seen
That's a
people
good
do that
answer.
with
Okay.
with like
So
shoes
mixed
like that
styles.
or like mixed
Yeah,
styles.
I love when people like put things together that conventionally don't go together.
I agree, and sometimes it's even so weird because you're like,
Yeah.
how the fuck does this match? Like,
Yeah, but it
it's
looks
just-
good, and then it's so
Yeah, yeah.
interesting.
Exactly,
Like
exactly.
you start to
It's just-
analyze the whole thing and like, why is this working? That looks so cool. I want to do this.
Yeah, I agree.
I think it's about the confidence, you know. If you could pull it
also,
off.
also,
Yeah.
also.
If you pull it off,
also.
it pull it off. Like
There's
if it
some
looks
stuff.
good,
It looks bad, but bro, you look so good. It looks
if
good.
it looks good, it looks good. Like I
Yeah.
think it's just you got to be confident, pull it off, and
Yeah.
Yeah, it plays
And
a really big role.
also if you don't care what other people think, I think it also pulls off.
Yeah, I agree.
Because if you care too, if you're too subconscious about it, then they will like play it.
It's a bit like acting, you know.
It's like you gotta, yeah, it's got, you gotta.
That's like
What's that
also-
saying, man? You gotta. No, fake it till you make it type
Oh,
shit.
yeah,
Like,
yeah.
I mean,
Fake it till
there
you
are
make
also
it.
like two adjectives. Like, there is like a difference between being stylish and fashionable. I heard.
Mm-hmm.
Like,
What
I
do you mean?
think if I remember it right,
Yeah,
fashionable
see,
was like,
mm.
for example, those influencers who
say that.
like just follow the trends and like what everyone is wearing, and you like, oh, the person can dress, so the person
Yeah.
is fashionable, but they're not stylish. Because like stylish is when you have like your style, and maybe you can follow trends, but only if they like are according to your style, and they have a really unique perspective of like how to use your clothes
Yeah.
to express yourself, so you can distinguish the two.
Because being stylish doesn't mean you're
Yeah.
in trend. You're like in following the trends. at
Yeah,
all.
you don't have to be. You
Okay,
can
okay,
like
okay.
use some trends, but only if it's
Yeah.
according to like what expresses you.
I just looked
Fair
it up, and it's written on internet. Style is timeless, while fashion is timely. I like that. I like
Damn.
that. Yeah, I like
Damn.
Damn. Well, that's why he's always with the computer, bro, so he can
Okay,
look up this
okay,
shit, you
okay.
know, like be quick on it. But yeah, no, like, I get that. It makes sense.
Yeah.
I feel like, you know, there's a difference between being stylish and fashionable. I feel.
Yeah, I agree.
And which one's more important? I feel like being stylish is better than being
Yeah.
fashionable.
Yeah, I agree.
think
I
so
agree.
too.
Following trends. I mean, trends change every 2 days. I don't even know
But
what.
is it
what's
only
the
about
trend
following
nowadays?
trends, or also about setting trends?
Because are
I
you?
think
then
it's
it
more.
becomes cool.
I
Are you
think
a
it's more
trendsetter, brother?
following trends.
I am.
Are you a trendsetter? Are you a trendsetter, Yuni? Hopefully,
hope one day.
One day.
One day.
I believe. I feel like being trendsetter is the goal.
Yeah,
you don't want to
it
be following
Would be
the trend.
great.
I feel like
Would
that's
be amazing, yeah.
But I don't know, bro. I'm too far behind. I need to up my game. I got people around me just like being hella fashionable and shit, or stylish. I
Yeah,
guess.
bro,
Yeah.
but
But I mean, also like when I was younger, I was like, how do I become fashionable? But I think this is also a
Hard
journey.
question, huh? Hard
Yeah,
question.
because like you have to also like wear the clothes with confidence. And then like when I was younger, like first trying on jogging pants, like I was like, I
You
was
didn't like
feeling not that I didn't like
What's
it,
this? Yeah.
but it was so unusual.
Okay.
Yeah, okay, I
You
get what
know-
you said, yeah.
It was like it's like out of my comfort zone. But
Yeah.
like once I started wearing them more often and dance, like also get some confidence, build up my
Yeah.
personality and stuff, it really changes.
Fair enough.
Yeah, I feel that. Yeah, when I was a kid, also, I don't know why, but I never had some joggers. Then
Really?
only
Yeah.
bro.
That's all
And
I
when
had.
when I was like, yeah,
That's all I had.
I know that.
That's all I had. Like, that's literally all
No,
I was.
he was in his
Until
comfort zone, you know,
Until
like-
I was 5 years old, until like
No, I
freaking
only had
18,
like some
I only
jeans,
wore like
Really?
Never had
some
jeans. Never
basics.
had nothing
Oh,
like that.
for real.
I
I
was
only
just
had
a
like
jogger
jeans
tracksuit
and
kid.
Not
you know,
even
like,
one pair.
No, I might have had like one or two, but like I did like wearing them. Like I only
Wow.
would wear tracksuits. I don't know why.
Nah, it's only when I was like 12
Well,
or something.
all
I
people
got-
who
I
was
got
in
the
my high
first
school and
pair.
all that, they'll know. Like I've changed,
Yeah.
bro. Because I used to come
No,
with like hella
this
like
man's style
colored,
was
colored
terrible.
like tracksuits and
Yeah.
shit, bro. I was just like tracksuit kid. Yeah, yeah.
Fucking French Central C, bro.
Yeah, no. Wanna be true. That's what it was. Nah, but I don't know. It wasn't even because of that. It was also a comfort thing. I just
Yeah.
loved being in a tracksuit. Like I just loved it.
Yeah, I
I
mean,
don't know.
fair.
And also, most of my friends were also in tracksuits, so it probably
Yeah,
influenced.
and it was like a kind of like a
A
fashion.
phase.
Like,
It was a
yeah,
phase. It was a
yeah,
fashion
yeah.
phase.
Oh, okay.
I don't know. It was dark times. Dark
Yeah,
times.
dark times.
we moved away from that.
I feel like we all had
Dark
Dark
times.
times.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If you look up, my mom sent me photos of me when I was
Terrible.
younger. That's some dark times.
Yeah.
Yeah, she sent me photos of me when I was like 10. I was like wearing some crazy ass shit. I was like, what?
same.
Nah, bro.
I was experimenting a lot.
Yeah.
Like until I'm like 14, like don't pull out anything. Like,
yeah, the photos are hideous.
Secret.
Yeah,
Like
fair.
that.
Fair enough. But I feel like we've had a good conversation.
I think
Is there
we
anything
did,
else we should?
pretty much everything.
No.
Well,
I feel like. Also, the last question we always ask our guests is, what advice do you have for the community?
Yeah.
For the community, I feel like sometimes it's really difficult, like as I said, to like believe in yourself. And
Yeah.
like once you start doubting, I feel like you get like kind of caught in this circle. Because once you start doubting and thinking about it, you start overthinking. And
Yeah.
then at some point, you feel like it's too late to start something.
Yeah.
But I feel like just do it. Like in every case, at least also if you fail, you've gained the experience. And from that experience, you can learn as well. Just do the first steps. Even if you're scared, just do it. That's how everything worked out for me.
I agree.
That's brilliantly
I agree.
said.
Yeah,
That's
brilliant.
well said. And I think overall people just do your shit, you know.
Yeah.
We say this every podcast.
Yeah,
man, but
this one comes back. Yeah, I feel like, but that's then it's a solution. I feel
No,
like.
I like asking people
Creative
that we bring on,
people.
creative people on, because most people say the same thing, but they all say it in a different way.
Yeah, in
which
a
is cool.
slightly different way. Yeah.
Yeah, but I feel like it's important to say to people, just like I think the most important thing is just do it. Like if you want to
Yeah.
do something, just
Start.
Who cares?
Start, yeah.
Who cares what people think?
Yeah.
But apart from that, I don't know. I think I've really enjoyed the podcast.
Yeah, I really
Thank you
did
for
too.
coming on, Uni.
I was honored. to be
Yeah, I know.
asked.
Was there no pressure with it? Was it?
No, I loved it. I
Okay.
was
Yeah?
just yapping as I always yap. So
Yeah, no, but it's fine.
It's
We did a
it
good
was
yapping.
fun.
Everybody go follow Unique, which is a brand, of
Yeah.
course, that Uni has created.
NFS. and,
NFS.
of
Watch
course,
out for House of Design. Am I missing anything?
Universe.
Yeah, well, follow us. Shout out to the production crew.
Yeah.
Little
yeah.
daddy
Behind
behind the
scenes.
cam, always blushing. Shout out to Clara, social media.
Exactly.
And man, enjoy us. Watch us everywhere. We're everywhere out there on YouTube, everything, Spotify. Where else are we? That's it.
That's it. Yeah. That's it.
See you soon.
Okay.